In order for us to find a missing coordinate using slope, we're going to use our slope formula. And we're going to use the formula that is m is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So we're going to start out by writing this equation in our box. We've got m is equal to, m which is slope, is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by, and I'm going to change colors here so that way we can help keep everything organized, x2 minus x1. So now in order to find out what we've got, we're going to first label our points. So just like when we're finding slope, when we're finding the missing coordinate using slope, we're also going to label our points. So I'm going to label my coordinate points. We're going to have point 1 here, point 2 there. So if I'm going to label my x's and my y's, my first coordinate point is going to have my first x value. So I'm going to have x1. And then my second coordinate point is going to have my second x value, x2. And then I'm going to find my y values, and I'm going to switch back to the blue here. And my first y value is going to be right here at 4, and my second one is going to be at 8, y2. So now I just need to substitute in the things that I know. So I know that the slope of this line is 2/5. So in place of that m, I'm going to put 2/5. So I have 2/5 is equal to, and now I need to substitute in all those x's and y's that I know. So I see that my y2 value, which is my first value here, is 8. So I'm going to put in 8. And then from that, I'm going to subtract my first y value, which is 4. So I've got 8 minus 4. And then my next one, I have my x2 minus x1. And my x2 is just a variable. It's just x. So underneath that fraction bar, I'm going to have x. And then my x value for x1 is 10. So I'm going to say x minus 10. So now that I've done that, I've got an equation here. If I have an equation with one variable, that means that I can solve that equation. So I'm going to go through and look here, and I can first simplify this. So I'm going to simplify this by taking 8 minus 4. 8 minus 4 I know is equal to 4. So I've got 2 over 5 is equal to 4 over x minus 10. Now from here, there's two ways that I can solve this equation. The first way, and the way that I like to do this, is I like to just kind of compare my top numbers and my bottom numbers. So on the top, I've got 2 and 4. And then on the bottom, I have got 5 and x minus 10. So 2 does not equal 4, but I can take that 2 and I can multiply that by 2 over 2. So if I multiply my slope by 2 over 2, that then gives me 4, because 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 5 is 10. So I've got 4 over 10 is equal to 4 over x minus 10. And since I've got the same number on the top and the bottom, those are equal, that means that my numbers on the bottom here are going to be equal. So I have 10 equals x minus 10. In order to solve this, I'm going to add 10 to both sides. If I add 10 to both sides and solve for x, I get x is equal to 20. So let's go ahead and move on to our next problem.